Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Wanted to put out one more video for the 3 vs 3 Grand Arena with some counters. First up, I've got my Rex Wampa team versus some Ewoks. These were all Gear 12, Zeta on Chirpa, Zeta on Wicket, and decently modded. I used my Rex, my Wampa, and then Zalbar just as a tank so he could soak up some of the hits while Wampa got powered up, got his thing going. I didn't really want to chance Rex and Wampa by themselves. I know Rex is pretty squishy and I didn't want to lose him. So Zalbar's pretty good. He puts up the dots, helps Wampa get powered up a little bit, and buys Wampa some time to power up and go to work. You can see Zalbar, he's pretty stout. He just soaks up the hits. Trying to get Elder out so that he won't revive, become a pain. Ewoks are pretty squishy in the 3 vs 3, so they're not the greatest team, but I guess they can be a good throwaway team. If you got to put something down, you might as well, use them, I guess. But you can see here, they don't really do much. Once Elder goes down, it's only a matter of time the other two. Wampa gets one on counter attack there, and there's the last one. Done. Here's an interesting counter. Okay, this is Leftover Bounty Hunters versus GK, Xeris, and Fives. I know y'all have seen that team on defense. It's pretty common. So what you want to do is run a Zam lead and then Greedo and Cadbane, and it's all about thermal detonators. I got this footage from a buddy of mine, Castle, and we were bouncing ideas off each other, and he had the bounty hunters ready. So we figured give it a shot and see what they could do. When in doubt, the thermals will really get the job done. My Greedo is in sad shape, so I couldn't do it. But he did send me this footage, so I want to thank him for that. And you can see it works like a charm. This was his first time running this team, so he wasn't too sure exactly when to pop and how many detonators should stack. But, he gets it done. I'll just let this play out and you can see what's what. But the basic goal of this team is just stack the detonators, pop them when you got enough, game over. Alright, that's the end of that team. You can see how that worked. Here's the counter you've all been waiting to see probably. This is how to kill a Revan team if you either don't have one or you put yours on defense. His Revan was a little bit slow, think it was like 288 or something. It was slower than my Thrawn, so my Thrawn went first. You really want to fracture Yoda, keep him out of the picture. When you get the chance, you want to use Isolate on Revan. This was the first time I've ever run this counter, so I was kind of learning as I went. But you want to use Traya as lead with Thrawn, and then Darkside Bastilla. She gives the leader a defense boost, so that helps. And then her stuns and her shocks are pretty useful. So the name of the game here is to keep Yoda fractured as much as you can. I isolated Revan, so I figured if I could kill him, you know, and that would kind of negate Savior, because that's really what'll get you when they get full turn meter with full health, full protection. But it's really not too bad in 3 vs 3. So once he's got Isolate on, his healing move doesn't help everybody. With Yoda fractured half the time, that negates a lot of offense. And then you just got to kind of worry about Jolee doing his thing, trying to heal people and bringing them back. But you can watch how you got to strategically use the stuns and the fracture and the Isolate so that doesn't happen. I'm going to let this play out, and you can see all the moves that I do. Works out pretty good. Alright, you can see Revan's gone, Yoda's knocking on death's door, Jolee is now fractured and isolated, so he's about useless. Now he's the last man standing. You just make sure that he doesn't get to go, so he doesn't get to revive anybody. And meanwhile, my team's got full health, full protection, I think. It's a really solid counter, so there you go. Now, using the leftovers from the trio, my opponent didn't have Traya, so he came up with this team. I figured I'd go ahead and use my leftovers since I didn't need them with Traya. So I ran EP with Scion and Nihilus against his Nihilus lead with Scion and Dooku. He had a Zeta on Dooku. I don't think it really made much difference for him here. You can see I focused on Scion first, get him out before he does the Held by Hatred and gets his power up. Once he's out of the picture, I just got to work on the other two, and I just got to make sure Nihilus can't annihilate me. Now Nihilus is the last man standing. And just keep working on him, increases cooldowns while lowering mine. There Scion goes, powering up. And boom, annihilate, done. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a like and subscribe.